All right, we're back. It's going to be interesting. Hey, I've been doing a lot of work using AI in my Lean Six Sigma work, process improvement, and strategy work. It's really been an interesting game changer. So I'm curious, how have you been using AI? In particular, how are you using AI as a business professional, especially in the Lean Six Sigma world, right? There's going to be tons of work for Lean Six Sigma professionals in the coming year with the advent of technology, right? I've been harping on this that the demand for critical thinking skills has increased significantly. Complex problem solving skills are in high demand. Data literacy, data analytics, innovation, and of course, strategic thinking. But how do we leverage all this? And how do we keep up with all this data is the question. Well, I've been using AI for, God, for a long time now. Even so, before it was publicly released, I was using it using various other models of AI in my work just to help, you know, help support the work that I've been doing and help giving me a different perspective. So I just wanted to share some things with you that how I've used it. I so just think about this. I've written AI scripts for every phase of the DMAIC work, every single phase. In the define phase, I have it help me with the voice of the customer. What questions should I consider for this industry that I haven't considered? Give me an idea of metrics that I might be missing that are important to me. Help me understand better the psychographics of my customers so I can ensure I'm giving them that fantastic service that they're looking for. Help me write a fantastic project charter and help me ensure that my goal statement and problem statements make sense, right? One of the biggest problems I see in Lean Six Sigma work is the problem and goal statements. They read like books, they include too many things. It's not very specific about what it is that we're trying to do. It's just like a salesy job. And it doesn't really, I would say, even experienced black belts, I look at their problem statements and goal statements, and they're horrible. Way too much information in there. So when I look at it, I'm like, they're like, Dan, you're killing me here, man. But we need to fix this, and we need to be very specific. In the measure phase, there's so many uses for Lean Six Sigma. Once you understand for AI, once you understand the problem that you're trying to solve, and of course you're going to try to map it out, what measures do we need and what do those algorithms look like? What are some got yous? So I've written all these little scripts that I can go in there and say, hey, here are some of the metrics we're considering. Here are some of the existing metrics. What should I be on the lookout for? How have these metrics been tampered with in the past? Yes, AI is going to help you answer those questions. How should I report those metrics? Give me an idea of the operational definitions and some common inclusions and exclusions. And on top of that, as you collect your data, believe it or not, I have these other scripts that I've written that says, okay, analyze this data for me. Of course, I'm going to use my favorite stats package, right? We all have our favorite stats package that we defer to and use for our analysis, right? And hopefully it's beyond Excel. I happen to use a package called a Data Tab. It's a company in Europe, and it does 90% of what you would need to do in a process improvement project. And it's very easy to use and very affordable. So even though I do use a Data Tab, I can take my data and I plop it into the various models, right? There's Chat GPT, there's Gemini. Oh, there's a bunch of them that work today. But I'll plop my data in there, and with the right script, it'll give me my descriptive statistics, identify the outliers, and yes, it will even create those beautiful graphs that we want. So I use it as a secondary source, and then I'll also ask it, hey, help me understand if this data's been tampered with. I've written this little script that can look at the leading digits and the first two digits and the last two digits to help me understand if this data has been tampered with, right? We all know there's a lot of monkeying around with data going on. If we can't get the raw data ourselves, that's how we can look at it. In the analyze phase, of course, I'm going to use data tab, but I've written the scripts to say, okay, analyze this data, perform hypothesis tests. Yes, ChatGPT, Gemini, they will all do hypothesis testing for you, but you have to know how to prompt it right. And that's where the critical thinking comes into play. Critical thinking is going, if you're a good critical thinker, when you write a prompt and ask it to do something, you're going to get fantastic results. If you just say, hey, perform a hypothesis test on this data, it might do so, but it might not give you the results that you're looking for. I'll give it a series of other parameters that really help. But this is going to be the first in a series of videos, and I might even demonstrate some of the scripts I have. I think I've created a workbook, believe it or not, of probably I'm going to say 50 to 75 chat GPT scripts that I use for process improvement, Lean Six Sigma work, right? So I'm all about the AI. I'm all about the automation. We know it's coming. So in the future, I'll be sharing those scripts with you. If you have any scripts, I'd love to see what those actual scripts are. But this is exciting. You know, we're in a new world with all this great technology. If you're a Lean Six Sigma professional, you're already on your way with the solid critical thinking and the complex problem solving, the data literacy, which includes data statistical thinking. You're a data analyst. There is so much to look forward to as a Lean Six Sigma professional, why these other jobs are just going to be destroyed by AI. The routine, mundane, check the checkers, project managers, legal, lawyers, bookkeepers, anything that is just basically middle management. Just think about government. If we wanted to really slash the cost of government, slash the budgets right now, 20%, no problem. AI, we can figure out how to do a better, more consistent job with AI. But guess what? No one's going to go there. No one's going to go there because it's an election year and we're about employing and spending money foolishly rather than increasing our productivity and spending it wisely. It's just the way it is, right? Both parties are that way. So let's think about this. How are you going to leverage AI to become a better analyst, to make better decisions, to check your blind spots? I even wrote a chat GPT prompt. I use chat GPT quite a bit because I have these APIs connected to it and I can just do some quick magic with it. I wrote these chat GPT prompts that says, hey, here are some of my blind spots, right? I have this bend towards technology and AI. Check my thinking. What am I missing? My blind spots are here. Help me ensure that I think about those. So this is exciting. Lean Six Sigma, AI, automation. We have a looming recession. How many of you think there's going to be a recession? We have inflation. This is going to be a great time to be in the industry of process improvement, increasing productivity, slashing costs. It's just exciting times, and I hope you're just as excited about it because there are so many great opportunities for us looming on the horizon. Well, actually, they're here, but you have to know how to leverage them, right? In addition to that, right, I've written this strategy bot that has been getting outrageous reviews. The strategy bot, you can put in that strategy bot, you can put in the business, your industry, and a geographic location, and it does, I think, I want to say about 8 different types of strategic assessments. Right, I'll go out to the web. And those assessments have been fantastic, right? People are saying, Dan, wow, it gave me new opportunities for a market. I had never had an idea of all the implications to my business. So think about this. If you're a consultant and you're going out to a client site and you show up And you know, all the other knucklehead consultants aren't going to have anything, right? You show up with the strategic assessment of their industry. Hey, this is what I see. Here are the competitors. Here are the psychographics we believe of your customer base. Here are some of the potential political issues that are going to be problems for you. Here are some societal issues, some legal or environmental issues. Just think about what your clients are going to be impressed. Day one, right? Using my little strategy bot. So, and that's all built into AI. So this is an exciting time. Let's get involved. I'm going to teach you. I'm going to show you some of my prompts, but you need to subscribe. You got to hit that subscribe notification button or whatever. I'm going to show you behind the scenes some of the prompts that I've written, some of the results that I've been getting to use in my Lean Six Sigma work, in my training, right? And when I'm talking Lean Six Sigma, I'm talking beyond it. I'm talking about being a real data-driven person, understanding variation in our data, understanding mean, the quartiles, right? You'll see those knuckleheads, those fools that are no better, that are just going to report averages. We're going to elevate your game here, even if you're an operations manager or production manager. We'll elevate your game by helping you understand this data better, have better critical thinking, and as well as understanding how to use the data. I have fantastic tools that can aggregate data for us so we can measure and monitor that data. So I have really good tools to do that. I have some fantastic analytical tools. So not only the tools to bring the data together so that we can appropriately analyze it, but I also have these fantastic analytical tools. I told you earlier, the one I like right now, I'm really tuned in with Data Tab. It's so easy to use. It's so inexpensive. It gives me all those graphs that I actually need. So let's be on the lookout. I'm going to be sharing tons of little tips and tricks with you, but you need to be on the lookout for, be on the bolo, be on the lookout for when these videos actually post, and then you can join me in those videos, and I'll be sharing some links. Maybe I'll share some of the scripts. The strategy bot has been fantastic, and I wrote a little ebook to go along with it. I wrote a fantastic ebook on Lean Six Sigma and how to use the tools and techniques and stump the chump questions. We'll have another little ebook coming out on critical thinking and how to separate the meme critical thinkers from the real critical thinkers. But I just wanted to bring that to your attention. Hey, just be on the lookout for it. We're going to have lots of fun. And this is a rocking time, right? This is the most exciting time we've had in a long time. If you're a critical thinker, complex problem solver, data literate, data analyst, and you're innovative, there's nothing stopping you. Those skills are in such high demand. While people are going to, lose their jobs, they're not keeping up. I see people that believe they're totally immune. AI, that's no big deal. I'm not going to learn it. Well, leverage. You're either going to leverage AI or AI is going to leverage you out of your work. And I've been saying that repeatedly. This is another reading from the Book of Dan. Keep in tune, my followers. If you start following, I'll be sending out some ebooks for you, maybe on strategic prompts that all consultants need. There's nothing more embarrassing now to see a consultant go out and bid on work and they don't have a good understanding of their clients' industries, right? I can give you some tips in my little prompt and you're going to win a tremendous number of deals. But AI is here to stay. Let's leverage it to the best of our capabilities. And I'm going to let you guys go and have a great weekend. Hey, thanks for joining. I can see some people hopped in here kind of late. I need your comments. You can drop them in after the session, but we'll get back to you. So have a great one, folks. Lean Six Sigma, automation, AI, complex problem solving, critical thinking. We're going to talk about all that great stuff that's in demand, and we're going to get you there. Ciao.